Even like it's one of those things that you can't like understand what the hell they're saying. A song, but for some reason, like everybody like knows the song. Like Childish Gambino. Like you yourself, you're listening. You have no idea what's going on. But everybody around you. Yeah. What did he say? What?
For sure, Childish Gambino song.
Daylight.
He's got that Prince vibe going on.
He's got like 6 names.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Generator, I think.
Right, just you use something to create names for himself?
Allegedly, there's this thing called the Wu-Tang name generator, like that came out years ago in the 90s, like when Wu-Tang was out. So they put it up online, and you type in a couple of factoid points, like your date of birth, your etc., and then you press it, and it says, Wu Shaka, you know what I'm saying, or he came up with Childish Gambino through the Wu-Tang name generator. Interesting.
That is interesting. Talented dude, though. Really talented.
Yeah, very talented. Very talented.
Extremely talented dude.
He's one of those kids from Queens that, popped up because he stayed in the basement writing all the time.
My daughter loves him.
Yeah?
My daughter loves him.
He's super talented. He's got a lot, and he's probably got a long career. I love Atlanta. I mean, have you watched?
I keep meaning to watch it. I just saw like that one. I just saw this one episode, which I thought was hilarious, and I keep forgetting to catch it. But I want to catch it. I want to add it to the. Well, I got to add it to the list.
Dude,
it's going to be a long list now.
The show Atlanta is fucking bonkers. Let's get the pleasant subtleties out the way. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Two Bros Podcast, episode 23. Yes, sir. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. It's going to be a shitty day, but is this yours?
Yes, this is my iced coffee thing. Yeah, getting back to Childish Gambino and the show Atlanta. It is coming back this week, actually.
This week is the first. This is the second season or
second season. Okay. Fantastic show. I was surprised, and it got me to the point where I couldn't wait till the next episode.
Yeah.
So I like those when you have suspense. I do like Netflix for binge watching, and you can just watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I do like suspense. Like, can't wait for next week.
Right. It's a little bit episodic. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what an episode is. I mean, it's like the Batman theory, right?
Right.
Tune in next week.
That's right. You got to come back next week.
Remember Robin's face was pushed in putty or something? Seems like it's the only episode I can remember.
But they're like about to die. They're gonna die.
But the one thing in Atlanta is the kid Lakeith Stanfield.
Okay.
The supporting actor. He came up like really quick. He's in Get Out. He's the guy with the hat. Get Out. He's him.
He's Andre.
Andre. Yeah.
Okay.
Sexually. Yeah, he's Andre. And he's like this character. His character is so like every other weed friend of yours that is like, for real? Like,
like you know him.
No, well, he's simplistically smart. Like, like simple shit makes him smart. Like,
okay,
he'll say something very goofy, but then you're like, yeah, why isn't it like that? Like why do you drive on a parkway and park in a driveway?
Right.
One of those.
Right.
He has that in like almost every one of his lines. I would hope they wrote that in there like that, or his character. But there's a scene an episode where they keep talking about this. It's all about this rap group,
Right.
And there's one rapper they've been following or whatever else. He was like, "Yo, man, this guy is the shit. He's on fire." And the dude was like, "Man, he corny. He's this and that." He was like, "Bro, dude got an invisible car." So he was like, "That ain't real, man." So they show the dude's Instagram, and he's like, "You ain't got one of these," and he's leaning on it. He's posting so many pictures, and everybody's like, "Yo, don't fall for this shit, man. It's a scam." And I mean, I'm not gonna. It's not a spoiler. The season's over, and at the end, it was a shootout in the club or whatever else, and everybody went nuts. Boom, boom, boom! Guns flying. Everybody's running out the club, and you see dude drive off in an invisible car. It's got nothing to. And they were like, "That shit is real." Dude leaves the scene in an invisible car, man.
That's hilarious.
That is super
Did you
hilarious.
get you one of these? Oh,
Yo, you ain't got one of these, bro. You post up. So, but other than that, yes, you are correct. Shitty week indeed.
It's gonna be a shitty couple weeks. It's like, why? Okay, let me not say shitty. Well, I mean, yeah, the weather we had was that you escaped the weather.
I got away.
You got away like just in time, and you came back when it's kind of.
I escaped from New York. I was fortunate enough to be invited to a event down in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Again, to give my professional critique on business affairs. I don't know if I can say their name yet. Well, they're a $1 billion company, but I'm always leery about saying these companies' names and stuff because I don't know if they want to be promoted in this light. You know what I mean? But yes, this is an international flooring company. They're out of Switzerland.
Okay.
Company produces hardwood flooring for multi-level families and obviously hotels. And obviously, I'm in that hotel space, development and construction. So they invited me down to say, hey, we want to come up with some creative ideas. We just want to. It's a think tank. It was really like a think tank. And I was like, and you brought us to Epcot to do this? Like, you guys, okay? And he was like, nah, this is how we do it. We talk for 3-4 hours. Give us your ideas and concepts. And I kind of like I'm always the fly on the wall until I go, what I have in my head, I'm like, okay, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. I'm like, please don't give away the one I want to say.
Right.
And naturally, it comes because I'm a buyer. It's cost. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm like, where's the fucking cost button? Like, bing. And they were like, I said, listen, man, there's nothing else to talk about, man. These things are about cost.
Right.
And if you can't even give it, I said, what you should, my only feedback to them was, I said, you need to put your collections into cost categories so that the architects and designers know it's a platinum series, it's a gold series, it's a silver. I'm not saying make it cheap. Don't say good, better, and best. Right. Don't say, they're not better. They're just series.
Right.
So let people know where your pricing is in tiers. You could do a star program. You could do, this is part of our platinum series pricing collection, and it's in this range.
Okay.
And what happens is when designers are going in and putting these things together, they have to present it to the owner or the developer. And they go, the first thing they come is, how much does it cost? And they say, I don't know. It looks nice. And the guy goes, well, what if it's $1 million? I don't want it.
Right.
So this is where you get into this big. So I said, cut it off at the head. Like, you know what they're going to ask. The answer to take the test is, how much does this cost? And they just seem to want to tiptoe. And I said, look, this is not a restaurant where market prices, if you have to ask, you shouldn't be there, because you want the customer, not the other way around. It's not like I want to be in this restaurant and I want to have a steak.
Right.
And it says market price. Okay, I came there. I should be able to afford it.
You should pay it.
The other way around, you're selling to me. You came to me saying, how do I help? So you should be able to tell me how much it is.
Right.
And that's all. That's all. That was what I evoked into the conversation. They were like, hey, we didn't think of that. And I'm like,
why do people not think of that?
It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm like, how do you guys are $1 billion company? Maybe you're $1 billion company because you don't tell people the price. I don't know. I don't want to fuck up your gig because they looked at me like, he asked the price.
He's got a problem. Wait a minute. This shit costs money.
Yeah.
How do we navigate that?
So I did hear about the storm coming, and I was trying not to get caught up in the airport or whatever else. And then when I got home, I got there, they were like, "Oh, it's Armageddon."
We got the least run of it. So like the 5 boroughs in Long Island didn't get much.
Didn't get hammered like that.
A lot of rain, a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Knocked a couple trees down.
Yeah, fucking panels up the side of my house.
Some street lamps that have got knocked down and stuff like that. The wind was ridiculous. But as far as like snow and stuff like that, other places got it. I think Philly got it. Pennsylvania got it. I think,
Maryland.
Parts of Jersey got it. Upstate New York got a lot of it. So we didn't get the brunt of this storm. It looks, right now it's windy and it's gloomy and what have you. But there's some. But I got stuck on the Long Island Railroad coming back home on Friday.
Did you?
Because apparently like a light crashed down over across one of the train tracks, and it knocked out like 3 or 4 lines.
Damn,
it was just done. I happened enough to be going to to a line where I could I could
jump on a train.
Yeah, I could just jump on a train and I got off somewhere else instead of going to Mineola. I got off at Hempstead and stuff. And so I was able to navigate that way, but a lot of people couldn't.
Yeah, so I mean, a
lot of people had to go like all the way out to like Ronkonkoma or something like that, and then just had to navigate their way back from there. Because I think it was at Westbury. Westbury, the thing got knocked down. So if anything was on that track or on that line, you weren't getting any service.
But I mean, did they mess this one up? Like, did they?
It didn't seem like it. It seemed like one of those things that seemed like it was a freak accident that happened as a result of the weather. So it's
no. I mean, the storm itself. You typically there's everybody go get water, run, go, do all the stuff. And I didn't see the pre-warning for this.
Oh, I didn't.
I saw very little. Like, hey, there's a nor'easter coming.
Right.
Wednesday is the last good day because we had all those couple of good days in between. And all of a sudden they were like, yeah, it's gonna be a little rain,
I didn't see a lot of it. I mean, that's what it amounted to be. But unfortunately, there's some areas that got their fair share of snow, and wind was bad and stuff like that.
Super lines were down by the shop. I came. They were like,
the
whole fence fell down. Your truck.
Yeah, stuff like that is gonna happen. Like, so some of that incidental stuff is gonna happen. But I don't think anything that you can plan.
Yeah. Again, the weather. What are these guys? They all have the funny storm names and
like a
Hurricane Jackson coming to you live from
what's the new one, like a black vortex or something like that, or
bomb cyclone.
A bomb cyclone. There you go. A bomb cyclone.
Another bomb cyclone.
The
polar vortex was a couple years ago. This was a bomb cyclone. So I don't know. Listen. I heard like 6 people got killed though.
Oh really?
Yes. That's kind of fucked up.
That's fucked up. How did they die? Like in the storm, or as a result?
Yeah, like trees fell on people.
Okay, all right,
something like that. Or some guy I saw in the snowstorm. They had like 6 or 7 inches, and they just didn't know how to handle it, and sped off the road and fell into oncoming traffic, and a truck hit them, and then that so there were a couple of vehicular joints, and then a couple of pretty bad ones. So our prayers go out to anybody that was affected by the snowstorm in March.
You need to get us one of these hovercrafts, man. You just like as soon as the store comes, get your family in a hovercraft. We're gonna live above it for like 48 hours.
Above the cloud,
live above the storm, man. Live above it.
Yeah, but you run out of fucking fuel.
You got to mitigate how much fuel you have. When you decide you're gonna do it, that's got to be like this is it. So it's you make sure the shit's fueled up. If you're one of those dudes that are just like lazy and don't fill your shit up. Yeah. It's there for an emergency, so you gotta have your hovercraft ready.
Well, Hurricane Sandy, I remember was dropping him off at college, same day, and we drove up, and it was like, dude, we're gonna roll the doors, drop you out. The Pleasance, the college,
it's okay,
oh, baby, that was gone because it was like, the storm is coming. And get him settled into his dorm, which these things are made of stone.
Yeah.
These things are very solid.
Yeah, they're very withstandable.
So we was like, dude, you're in, you're good, okay. See you later. We gotta go. And we ran back home, 2.5 hour drive from Poughkeepsie, and we got here and it was like, it's coming, and I was like, fuck, like, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Border up the windows, and I had 100 by 50 foot tarp, big blue tarp, and I wrapped the fucking house with it. I just took one end, bungee cord, and just went all the way around the house. All the windows were blue, like we couldn't see outside. So, but it was great. It was like completely nestled in. We were warm, except for when that fucking water came.
Yeah,
and that water came. That shit came down the street here like like horses that ran by. We were like, hey, that's water. And it seemed to go by us at an elevation higher than we were, and it didn't come to us until it settled. So we saw water go by like a flush, and we were like, oh shit. And then we hit that tree right there, and it just boom, and it started going, and it just did.
Yeah.
And it just kept going. It was tide. It was just all fucking tide. This stream, Valley Stream, living 2 streams here, and it just came up and bass fish and the fucking...
Yeah, and those things. It's amazing when you realize how much damage that thing did. When you go to the Long Beach Long Island Railroad,
Yeah.
and you see sand dunes.
Yeah.
Sand dunes.
Yeah.
Where the railroad is,
Pretty crazy.
which means that the shoreline came all the way up to that high. I've a couple of friends who had houses in there.
No, that house where your friend had was
dope, right? You see the water line like 3/4 of the way up the front door.
It's insane.
You know?
Yeah, I know. I walked the property
It's ridiculous, man.
in Atlantic City after the storm, a couple of months after the storm, the Clarion Hotel. And so the owner, he's trying to sell, and the new client who's going to buy the place brought me with him to give my assessment of how much damage was there and if I could get away with keeping furniture and stuff like that. So I was like, dude, carpet, we got to do all the new carpet. We got to do all this. We do this and this. And then we're looking. The guy was like, so was this affected? And the guy was like, no.
Was what? Huh? What?
Like, was it affected by the storm?
Oh.
How much water did you get? And the guy was like, no, we're good. Right? We were good. So he said, thank God it came in and just kind of, we got a little wet. There was some damage in the basement and so, whatever. So we walk in and the owner, he doesn't know. He's a real estate guy.
Right.
So he's walking. He was like, okay. I said, dude, we're downstairs in a boiler room. Like, this shit is mechanical, and you need an MEP guy, to come in here and really assess the boiler and all the hydraulics. And I can't attest to none of that. I could attest to the furniture and fixtures and stuff, loose fittings. So the guy it was all clean, right? It was clean and paint, you know what I'm saying? So we're walking through the whole thing, and I go, bro, you missed the spot. Because there was a water line. It was a water line right here. And he painted all around it, and there was a something there, and I was like, this is not a water line here? Oh, but some water came in. I said, this is a water line. That means the water was up this high. I mean, that's up to our chest, dude. This is not no...
this ain't some water.
Yeah,
this ain't a leak.
Some water. You know what I'm saying? Hi. Yes, you can walk by. It's okay. Oh,
there she is!
Your butt's on the seat.
Some water.
Yeah,
some water 3/4 of the way up my chest is on the fucking line.
And everybody just got quiet in the room. Was like, yeah, I don't know what that is. That's maybe from the humidity. From that. No, bro, that's water. That's water, man. And the guy was like, yes.
No, thank you.
Yeah. No, actually, they were still willing to take it if they could take some money off.
They got to take money off.
They were like, okay, we're going to take money off because we have to do boiler. Basically, all the MEP fees and stuff, they would discount and take the exam and do all that shit. So, but, you never know. Never a dull moment, man. But those storms, man, are getting fewer. I can remember them being only 10 years apart, before we had
like huge storms.
2, 3. Yeah, now we're getting like 2, 3 of them.
We don't get huge storms, do we?
Blizzard
like
of 96,
huge as in like make sure shit's tied down, make sure you got food in the house. You're gonna be stuck in the house for a few days. This like life altering.
Yeah, but those are regular. Those are regular. Like the ones where they stop, like close bridges, and when you say no one go to work if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? That's a real storm to me. Like when you say non-essential workers, forget it. Yeah, snow days, baby. Those are real storms to me. Like those are like the real ones that are just like you can't get around. So I don't know. Other than that, man, So Orlando was dope, man. I've never been to Epcot Center.
Oh, you've never been to Epcot?
Nope. Took the kids to Disney, went to Universal, I did all the kiddie stuff there. I'd never been to Epcot because we always thought it wasn't going to be, never been to Epcot, never been to SeaWorld. I never been to those two. I was fucking impressed, dude.
With Epcot? Epcot's nice, yeah.
I was so impressed, man. They had, so they got the countries of the world, I guess, So you could go through, you walk around the lake, and every mile or so is a different country. So you have China, and each one has food and drink, and so we just went like to every country. So it was like France. The guy was like, and they were paying for everything. So they were like, oh, we need croissants, and let's go croissants. Oh, we want sushi. Let's go here. Dude, I was like, and then they were like, and we're going to dinner at Morocco. And I was like, fuck. I was like, damn, what the hell is this? Like an eating fest? I feel like fucking Anthony Bourdain here. And it was super fun though. I mean, it was just, but I hadn't walked that much in so long, so it was like, damn, my feet, my calves.
Yeah.
I came back to the room and everybody was like, "So what are we doing next?" I was like, "I'm going to fucking
We're
bed."
taking a nap. That's what we're doing.
But it was nice. It was 80 degrees. It was, to me, those things like people say, "Oh, yeah, you're lucky, you're lucky, you're lucky," and I was like, you have no idea what it's like to travel by yourself when you're at these places and your family could be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there just like, and I'm the guy with and I'm the selfie, and I'm gonna post a picture and I'm on Instagram and hey, look at this place here because I'm bored out of my fucking mind.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to hang with these people. I don't want to, dilly dally with them. I was gonna hook up with my man Briscoe's son. Him and his friend live out there.
Okay.
They work for the Orlando Magic, so they were part of our program. They play ball, yeah, and they work for the Magic. So I was gonna try to hook up with them, but we had so many like evented schedules.
Right.
Oh, at 3:00 you go back to your, go take go check your emails and all that stuff. But the bus is coming at 3:30, so get ready. And then, so I was kind of like on their time since they were paying for everything. I didn't want to dip out. And she was like, "No, you could go like." Do whatever you want. It's just free time in there. Just be back at this time. I was like, well, that's not free time. Yeah. Let's go check your emails. It wasn't really free time. I was able to go check my emails and answer some phone calls and put out some fires and shit. But Epcot was awesome. I mean, the fireworks show at the end of the thing was amazing.
Do they do that? Do they do that all the time?
Every night.
Every night there's a fireworks show.
Every night. And this thing, I mean, you could feel the heat coming off this water, these big cannons. Boom, boom. I taped it. I taped some of it. But the best thing was this ride called Soarin'. They need this in Times Square, bro. I'm telling you, they need this thing in Times Square. People will have so much fun with this thing. It's kind of an IMAX ride. Okay. It's 5 people in a car, this way. There's a big IMAX theater in front of you. Okay, IMAX is semicircle, like amphitheater style. But you sit in this fucking chair, you strap on and whatever else. There's no harness or nothing like that. And the little hood comes down because it's got like light and air vents in it and stuff. And I'll tell you why. When the ride take off, prepare to fly, 3, 2, 1, take off, right? And the thing just and puts you in the theater, because it's semicircle rounded. So you're sitting in this theater thing, your feet are dangling, you're up in the air. And all of a sudden, the smoke clears and you're in a fucking cloud and you're flying over the Great Wall of China and the thing is you're flying. And it tilts with the right tilt, air is coming in you, smoke is you're like clouds and shit, and water's sprinkling on you. Then you go through, it goes through this meadow, and all of a sudden you're in like, the desert and fucking, and you're smelling things. They're pumping smells, and you go over the ocean, it smells like seawater. It's like fucking sea breeze. Like, what the fuck is going on? It is insane. And I'm sitting there holding my glasses like, I don't know, my glasses are going to fall off.
But you're not going anywhere.
No way. I'm literally above the spot.
The simulations are cool.
It was better than VR, like with the glasses. Yeah. Those are fun too, but this all sensory.
Because the sensory in it.
Oh man,
that'd be cool. You do that in New York, and like you like do all New York shit. So like it sends you fly you over Yankee Stadium. Yeah. You can smell hot dogs, and then you can go through a subway tunnel, and you can smell piss and fucking homeless people.
You could go through a subway car like firsthand. Like that would be dope, man. I mean, I'm telling you,
smell like crack house.
Take it to Newark.
That's right.
This is the one.
This is where we go. No. We don't go there. Just turn it back around. What that? So we go over to the botanical garden or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm telling you, if these fuckers were smart, because when we look at New York, I mean, we live here. You take it for granted, but there's not a lot of shit to do. There's not a lot of things to do other than the main ones. You mentioned all of them in like 2 seconds. Yankee Stadium, Botanical Garden, Bronx Zoo, Empire State Building, now the towers, the Freedom Tower.
Freedom Towers.
But you just walk around and, oh, nice, that's it. But there's no there's no amusement stuff. There's not a lot of, we used to have the arcades on. We used to have a lot of interactive stuff.
We used to have the strip joints on 42nd Street.
Peep shows.
The interactive peep shows. It cost you 50 cents, man. Drop a quarter.
They were like a quarter.
Drop a quarter for what? Like 10 minutes?
Yeah. There were really people behind those things, and some of them were videos, like the Crank the video.
Yeah. No, but some were actual people.
And some of them were actual people in a fucking
slip it open up, and you can stick your hand in.
The glory hole.
That's right.
The glory hole with duct tape over it.
Oh, speaking of Tower, I just started watching this thing on Hulu. It's called The Looming Tower. It's a nice series. It's basically
Looming Tower. Never heard of it.
It's based on the information that's sort of it starts in 1998, and it basically says that these two organizations, the FBI and CIA, sort of like didn't. If they were more coordinated with each other, that 9/11 probably could not have happened.
Wouldn't have happened.
Would not have happened. Because they said that they had all the information that was there that was necessary to prevent it, but because there was inner fighting with each other, and this one didn't want to share information with that one, and that one didn't want to share information with that one, and wait a minute, there was information that you had that we didn't have, and all this type of stuff.
So this was agency
fighting and stuff like that. Well, that was the biggest thing that we've come to realize with after we realized in 9/11. So okay, well we had all the information, but we weren't able to do anything with it. So
that's so fucked up. A clerical error of 5,000 people.
Yeah, we knew this.
Yeah. That's fucked up. I mean, that's really fucked up. Oh, I gotta check it out. That's The Looming Tower. I see
it's good.
It looks pretty good.
It's on. It's like 3 episodes in now. Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know what I just watched? Well, I watched it on a plane. 3 billboards.
I want to see that. It's supposed to be pretty good.
What a fucking movie. I mean, it's not for everybody, It's not one of those, what's this lady?
Frances McDormand?
The lady that plays? She always plays that role.
Yeah.
That I fucked
the
your mother.
no-nonsense type, yeah.
Well, not me. Well, I didn't do it. So what do you want? She always like that quick, quirky.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, but wow, what a movie, man. It had like a lot of, Woody Harrelson. What's his name? Sam
Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell's a dope guy.
I will watch anything Sam Rockwell's in.
Yeah,
because he's an interesting.
But he doesn't age. Like he just looks the same all the
I
time.
know, right? Looks the
same. The same guy. I'm like,
and he's always like on the verge of creepy.
Yeah,
like no matter what he is, everything he does is like you look at him and you go, "Wow, you're fucking creepy."
Right.
So whether you're a senator or a fucking janitor or whatever, you're a creepy dude.
Yeah, Frances McDormand. McDormand, Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, John Hawkes, Peter Dinklage, whatever.
Oh, Peter Dinklage is a short guy.
Yeah,
the short guy. I hate referencing him that way because he's a great actor, but that's how everybody's gonna know him.
And he in this movie he has that same thing happened. He's like, I know I'm not a catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those triumphant dwarfs, as he calls himself a dwarf in the movie or whatever else. But yeah, it was weirdly interesting, and this one I won't spoil. It does have a what the fuck at the end.
Don't spoil it for me.
No, I'm not. I'm so not.
I don't want to say it.
It's one of those gotta watch. It's super dialogue-y. Frances McDormand is that simple. What? No. Oh, you can do it to me, but I can't do it to you. But and she goes off, and then, but I didn't think I would be held on the interest of it. I was very interested.
I'm hoping I can say I'm gonna be doing some traveling in April. I'm going to Spain.
Nice.
So hopefully this will be one of my options to check out. Maybe I'll wait until
on the plane.
On the plane, yeah.
It's great. It's a great time to watch a movie. So the funny thing was on the plane, a lot of things happened on this plane. To and from, it was weird. But on the way back, I watched this on the way back. A lady asked me something. When so super delayed, so it was 3-4 hours delayed, and so I was watching movies
coming back.
Yeah,
because of the weather.
Weather here, like the planes didn't leave and get here in time, and I literally could have went to a park and had fun, but they were like, "Don't leave, don't," because the plane could leave.
Yeah, because they're basically saying we don't know when this stuff is going to leave.
And it's just going to keep going, delayed. So I'm watching something on my tablet. I was watching a movie, weird movie, whatever. And this lady goes, "I'm sorry, is this the plane in New York, et cetera, et cetera?" I said, "Yes." And she says, "Oh, okay. Well," she was like, hope we're sitting next to each other. And I was like, why? And she was like, oh, you got movies and stuff. I said, okay,
That's just for me.
This is personal. Like, I said, I don't think we could share it. Like, she was like, what looks interesting now? And I'm like,
should have asked if she had snacks.
yeah, I kind of felt away. Like, I was like, wait, are you like watching over my, like, she was like, what's the name of it? And I was like, I don't even fucking know. It's like, I just pressed it on Netflix or something and it was a weird movie. So, get on the plane. Who's sitting next to me?
No!
This fucking lady's sitting next to me. I'm like, ain't that a
So what are the fucking odds?
I knew it. And I was like, how? I mean, like, of all fucking people in this plane. And I saw it. As soon as I was getting there, I saw her sitting there. And I was like,
she's coming this way.
I'm like, no, she was already sitting there.
Oh, okay.
I was coming on. And 19, 20, 21, 22.
Ah, shit!
Hello. Hi. She's like, oh, yeah, I told you. Yay.
So what movie did y'all watch together?
Fucking Billboard. And so oddly enough, she was like putting, I swear she was doing this on purpose. Where my movie was, she was trying to move it, because they start at your own time.
Yeah.
I swear she was catching hers up to mine, like, so to show the
same time.
And I'm like, wait, you... And I'm watching hers because she's a step ahead of me. So I'm like, I want to see what happens. And I'm like, you're fucking spoiling this for me because I'm watching it in real time. And you're maybe like one scene ahead of me. And I'm watching. And I'm like, this is fucked up. And so I have Bluetooth headphones, right? And I have a Bluetooth transmitter that I plug into the thing. So she's like, you can't use Bluetooth. You can't use those. You need real headphones. I was like, ma'am, I travel pretty often. I got this. I got my own shit.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Like, leave me the fuck alone. I wanted to say that. I really did. I mean, she was being nice.
Yeah.
But it was just weird. I was like, why are you into my shit? Like, you know.
Can't do that.
And I'm like, I can't turn the screen. I can't, And it's so tight. And you know what else? What I hate on the planes is the idiot that fucking put the controls on the armrest. This is a dumb fucking engineering mistake here. Why? Because I'm fucking turning your volume down with my elbows.
Right.
And she's like, you're changing my channels.
Right.
And then
he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
This is stupid. Am I the only guy that doesn't like, this is retarded, man.
I don't know why they just can't be in front of you.
Just put it on the screen or put a flip down thing over it, a cap. So
you don't just lean on it
I'm leaning on it and I'm pressing and I'm like, hey, volume going down, 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 down. What the, oh shit, it's me doing it. But this lady was timing her movie to match mine, and I was getting really freaked out about it. I was like, okay, this can't be over fast enough. And then some water started dripping down.
That happens. That happened on the last flight I was on. Just so some condensate. They said it's some condensation and shit, and there's really nothing they could do about it. And
this wasn't even condensation. Some schmuck had a water bottle. One of these, like you have your little thing.
In a fucking...
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they empty them, but he had a steel one, like his own. It was empty. He went to the fountain, filled it up, and put it in his bag and overhead. So I'm getting Chinese tortured. This fucking lady's, and she's like, so it hit her first, and I'm assuming she was like, did I spit on her or something? Or so I'm looking like, what? Huh? What are you saying? And she's like, and then it's, I'm like, fuck is going on? What the hell is going on here? The guy's got a dog barking up there. Some little kid is looking at me like, ooh, through the crack of the, it's a weird flight.
Jesus Christ.
Weird flight. It was a weird
Somebody
flight.
had a dog on the flight?
Yeah, dude had a dog on the flight. But you know what? It didn't bother me as much because I saw him there and he was in a wheelchair, the guy, and it was a companion. This
it was a companion.
This is a new companion
All right.
thing. Which you pay for that license. My wife's best friend Tosh has that, and I think she pays like $100-something for this license, and then you can fly. The dog can fly with you.
Yeah, well, companion dogs are okay. I mean, I just hate when people bring like the arbitrary fucking bagged poodle things, and we have to treat it like it's another fucking human being, so to speak. And it's like, oh, can you be a little quiet, Fluffy cat? No, fuck that dog.
Fuck Fluffy.
That dog, they want him at, like, have its own spot at a fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
And they want to, they have its own seat and shit. Like, oh, get that fucking dog out of here.
This dog was cute. I mean, he reminded me of my dog, so I was kind of a little sympathetic to that. And I went and talked to the guy. I was like, what is it? He was like,
a service dog.
It's a Yorkie mix with so-and-so.
Oh. A Yorkie mix.
Yeah.
How is that a service dog?
I didn't say service dog. I said a companion dog. That's the difference between service and companion. Service dog is blind and all that other shit. Right. Companion dogs now are this new thing. You need comfort. You're scared to fly, and you bring your fucking dog with you because you need a companion with you, and you want to pet it throughout the whole thing.
We should all go to fucking Korea and just see what happens with all those fucking companion dogs.
This is a thing. I tell you, my wife's friend has this.
You said companion. I'm thinking service dog. I'm thinking service dog because you have. The dog will help you with some physical limitations or be there for you or something like that. No,
Damon Dash has that. Damon Dash uses that. He said he flies everywhere. Look, U.S. Companion Dog Registry. This is Emotional Dog Support Kit. What the fuck can we come to? Look at the kit. Look at all the shit you need to get. You have to have this. Is an app. There's all this crazy shit. You register the dog, and all of a sudden, your ease of flying is taken away.
You look at like what people have gone through in the course of history. Like let's pick. Let's pick black people for example. Yeah, sure. You've gone through the slavery, Reconstruction, the World Wars 1 and 2, Civil Rights Movement, the current state of the way things are now.
Slavery again. And then,
if you want to say that's all that slavery and stuff like that is again, okay, it's whatever. To say now that we are part of a society in which you can have an emotional companion dog, you would not have made it at any other fucking point in history.
It's true.
Like that. Right. Like if you needed a companion dog when your ass was getting whipped because your bales didn't match what the fucking thing was, well then you would have died. And matter of fact, that's what probably did happen.
Yes.
You died. If you were the person who, couldn't handle the fact that we're gonna march here because they were bombing things and other people are gonna be throwing shit at you, and if you need companionship to fucking no, you would not have made it.
You wouldn't make it.
And I don't want you in the group.
It's interesting.
I don't want you. I'll feed you first. Like if you're the one that needs companionship, it's like, oh, here they come.
You don't get it.
Get him first.
He's got more meat on his skin. No, but it's true because like when you look at like civil wars and all these different time periods where kids living off of a loaf of bread and people come knock at the door and you're hiding people in the basement and that type of shit. Today's kid would not survive in that mentality. No, my kids have a hard time when I'm like, listen, the bank is coming, and they go, the people are coming. What are they gonna do? And I'm like, listen, they're gonna knock on the door and they're gonna, hey, where's your dad? And they're just like, okay, we just like don't answer the door. Like they don't know how to interact with any strife or any revolution or stuff like that. Everybody's so in today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like today is just like you said. So you're right. There's a huge problem with this is the bacteria thing, right? This is you don't get the bacteria. You don't know how to prevent.
Yeah, you wipe everything down.
If you're fucking 20 and you skin your knee for the first time, oh, I got a boo boo and skin my knee. That you got to happen when it's 5, when you're 6. You got to fall down. You got to bump yourself.
Right. You got to fall down and know that you're gonna fall down and it's gonna hurt, and then you'll be fine afterwards.
Right.
You'll be fine. The hardest thing to do when you have kids is like when you see your kids
in pain,
hurt themselves, but you have to sort of make this decision. Okay, are they going to survive, or is it just a little pain?
Yeah,
it's a little pain. Okay, you know what? You're going to be just fine. Nothing's broken. A car's not run over you and stuff like that. You're going to be fine.
You'll live.
Get over it. But you don't have to sanitize everything. I took yoga for the first time today.
Did you? How was it?
I did yoga. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
Not hot though, right?
The room was warmer. It wasn't a hot yoga per se, but it was fun. But then when you go to the gym and you see everybody just like wipe everything down and stuff, and it's like, are you really gonna get? What are you gonna get?
Right.
Mercer. What are you gonna get? Yeah, you're not gonna get a staph infection. Because somebody had 45 minutes on the treadmill.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, the person has to have it. I mean, the unresponsibility of the person with the fungus and with the thing has to kind of be. Well, give a shit. I can. Well, yeah, but I'm gonna go play yoga.
Right, but also the likelihood of you getting something is very unlikely.
So what'd you do? You had a mat. You
I had a mat.
Is it just all slow?
Nice
kind of Tai Chi, bend your body around.
Yes, it was move your body in this position, move your body in that position. Pay attention to your breathing. You're stretching here, you're stretching there. You're realizing how non-flexible I am and whatnot. But it was a tremendous workout because I was dripping,
really
dripping with sweat.
I'm just afraid of the smell. Like I'm just really afraid of, you go to some white folks and they smell like cold cuts, and then some people smell musty, and so you get like onions, salami. It's like a fucking sandwich in there, and it's just weird. It's just weird.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. White people smell like cold cuts.
Yes,
that's what you said.
And musty. Some musty people smell like onions. And some people smell like paprika.
Yeah, some do.
Some people, so it smells like fucking food and sandwiches in there.
Well, but that's anywhere.
No, it's any communal thing. Like you go to any, that becomes a phobia in itself. Like I really don't. I'm not a fan of that. Like the gym and all that stuff with public doing all that stuff. I can't do it because people just gross me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid. I'm not phobic. I'm a germaphobic. But it's just. I get annoyed from everyone's banter, like everyone, especially when people start pulling their phones out and working out. That drives me nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you're gonna work out, just work out. Yeah. Like, look at me, I'm working. Okay, we done, and then they tape, and then that's it. Like, so you want the illusion of working out. So
let's try it. Yoga was fun.
But I am interested in yoga. I would like to do a session. Maybe small or private. I don't know. How many people went?
Private? I don't know, maybe 15.
Okay, I could deal with that. Maybe. I want to go to Snap and Break Away. Rex Kwando. You want to
Forget about it.
You get a roundhouse kick from one of these bad boys.
That's one of my favorite movies. Fucking Napoleon Dynamite is one of my favorite
all-time
movies. Yes. I have that. That's one of the few movies that I have on DVD. Like I have that. Like that will stay with me like for the rest of my life. Like when the apocalypse comes and we can't do anything else online, I'm gonna figure out how to fucking get a copy of Napoleon Dynamite.
It's one of those that if it comes on, I don't mind watching it. That's one of them. I have a few of those that I don't mind. Inception's like that for me.
Oh yeah.
Inception I can watch anytime it comes on.
I like Inception.
Inception is great.
Especially when you realize that the movie, like the time frame that the movie is supposed to represent is like it's like what? It's like a flight, right? Yeah. It's like the length of a flight.
Yeah.
But all this shit happens over the course of what seems like days and weeks and months and
and
your conscious and your subconscious and
don't lose yourself
battling and
find Sato and come back. But there's holes in it. Like I saw something that debunked it, and they said that sound never played in the movie, and they were wrong. That when they the theme of it or whatever else, there was a guy who says 50 fun movie facts that they never actually play that in the movie, and they do play it. It's bad. Rhetoric, useless rhetoric for some fucker who.
But people do that. I mean, people like look at something. And then they say, these are the 10 things that are wrong with it.
Yeah, right. Well, I do like those. Like, I do love looking for the hidden stuff that are kind of obsequious. Like, they weren't really, they didn't change the flow of the movie, but, like what you call it, Commando, right? The Porsche, the yellow Porsche, scrapes along the side. Him and Ray Dong Chong, he lifts it up. Boom, falls back. It's a brand new Porsche.
Oh,
it's super clean.
Stuff like that. Okay, yes. Yeah,
and it's all mashed up on the thing, but it's super clean when he pulls it up. Those are fun facts like that. There's a lot of them. in Scarface.
Okay.
If you watch Scarface, when they were in city in
Miami, Havana.
Miami, like in the Guantanamo Bay holding
Oh,
area,
no, okay,
whatever that place is under the bridge with
Mm-hmm.
the fences and shit. When they go to kill Rebenga,
Okay.
there's a riot going on. There's mattresses and shit flying around. There's, they're supposed to go poke this guy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how they're gonna get the green cards, etc. If you look at that scene, the riot scene is the most hilarious thing you can ever watch for about 60 seconds. It's like this guy's going, yeah, this guy's doing doggy like do-si doing. It's fucking crazy. If you look at that scene, do not look at the principal actor. Look at the guys in the background. There's guys banging their heads on the fence. Yeah. It just looks like a riot. So I'm sure that when the director's panning, it looks like that. And you see one guy like literally with a stick. And as the camera pans, he keeps getting in front of the camera. Yeah. He's just doing like this. And there's guys hitting themselves with boards and all kinds of crazy shit. It is hilarious. There's a guy kicking himself and him and his friend. The guy's going like this with each other, like, yeah. And they're laughing. Yo, I was like, hold up, what the? It's crazy.
That's interesting.
And Menace to Society. Remember that
Okay.
one? Menace to Society, when they go and get the beer.
Okay.
Okay, there's a scene when he goes to buy the beer, and why you keep following me around, this motherfucker? The Korean lady's following him in the store. The camera pans. There's a cameraman on the refrigerator.
You see him?
He's like busted. He's like this. I guess he was shooting a different angle. But as the camera pans, you see him up. He's in the shot. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And they just like really quick, you catch him up there, and he's like,
I wonder how many of these things they actually see, and they just say, fuck it.
too late to go back.
Yeah, it's too late. We can't go back. It's like, then I got to call principals back, and I got to do it. I said, just fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, you can crop, edit, and do all that stuff, and I'm sure. But it's some of them just get by. I mean, it's just so many scenes, a frame per minute that you keep. Even when I edit this show, I mean, I'm like click. I'm like, fuck, and it's just like it won't go away, it won't stop. But I like those though. Those are really fun. I wanted to compile my own so that I could stop listening to other people's. I was like, I'm just gonna do my own, top 10 thing.
That'd be a cool thing to do.
Yeah, but it just takes forever to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Top 10. What? What would you do?
Movie bloopers. They're like
movie bloopers.
From movie bloopers or fun things from movies that you didn't see, like that Terminator. I mean, the Commando one is definitely one. My Bruce Willis one is definitely the they never solved the riddle with the fucking
with the water. With the water.
Yeah, with him, Sam Jackson. They never solved that, man. I don't care what quantum physics you study. They 2 gallons, 3. You have 1 gallon here, 2 gallons there, 4 gallons. Yay! No, you can't get 4 gallons from that equation. I just don't know why they even. I guess they must have wrote it and then didn't figure out the riddle. Like they just the idea of the riddle was more than the actual riddle itself.
Right.
So those are fun. I like those. There's quite a few of those.
You gotta watch a shitload of movies.
Well, we do. I do. You do. I watch it. I mean, I do. I do for sure. I watch a shitload of movies, but then I don't find them Right. When you go back, you look.
No, but I mean, you gotta watch
Oh yeah. You gotta. Right.
Right.
That's why, if I have that's what stopped me from doing it, because I would have to download the movie.
Yeah.
Then copy the piece I like, that I'm talking about.
Right. You gotta pick it out and figure out, slice it, figure out, okay, this happened 1 hour, 19 minutes, and all that stuff. That's a lot of work, man.
This is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of work.
That's like when people give me their tapes of their kids and like, yo, I've got some highlight tapes from my kid. Can you put together a compilation video like you did for your son? And I go, okay, yeah. Well, give me the points. What do you mean? Well, my son's number 4. Whatever. Okay, so you want me to watch 4 fucking hours of tape, watch games, and then literally say, "Oh, he made a layup." Oh, I say you have to tell me at the 127 mark, catch the layup.
Right.
120, catch the 3-point shooter. You have to give me the points. And I downloaded a sheet from some website that had that, and I was like, "Here, fill this out." And they never come back.
Right.
Because they don't want to watch it.
So in other words, you got to watch your shit.
Yeah, like watch your own shit and then give it to me and put the time markers on it.
You should take somebody's thing and just do it, but then like interject like stupid shit,
Well,
like a clown coming in, like throw a clown in and it does a close like. Ah!
But I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it for somebody as a favor, and like all the time I was the wrong kid. He was like, "Oh, I thought no, it wasn't."
Wow, this kid is awesome.
He said it wasn't number 4. I was taping number 4 on the other team because he was fucking doing some shit. And I was like, "Okay."
So your kid's this other number 4? Oh, this kid didn't do shit.
He was like, "That's not my son." I was like, "Well, what the fuck you give it to me for? Like what?" Well, I thought you knew. Like, and I know the kid, but on the fucking video, I can't see him. Like, you know. So he's like, you know my son, right? Like, you know him. I'm like, yeah, I know him, but on the fucking video, they all look the same.
You want me to highlight your average, borderline, shitty player kid?
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, okay, I get it, but it'll make him look. You know, he throws some little da-na-na-na, 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 da-na-na-na. You know what I'm saying?
We play the same shot over and over again at different angles, but with different effects.
Layup. But I used to tell the kids like
6 minutes of the same damn shot.
Word. It's hard to do. Like people don't understand. You gotta sit up all night long watching countless video and having people's shit just like.
That's. I mean, kids don't even have to. I mean, that's what they would have to do to, like, if they were interested in getting scholarships and stuff like that. And
you need to
you don't have to. You don't have to. But you don't even have to do it. Like you don't have to even create a tape. You could just if you could just create a digital file and then you can just send that file to different institutions and stuff.
Well, this is the semantics of the word mixtape versus file. Like it's the same thing. Like it's the quasi tape. It's not really a tape.
Yes.
We just mean the same thing.
Yes. There's no more tape.
No
tape doesn't exist anymore.
Right. So
I wonder how cheap if you wanted to get like Memorex.
No, there's more. They're expensive now.
Are they really?
You go on Amazon, it's like $8 for 2. Like what? Because you can't get them.
Because they're classics now.
Yeah, and then what do you put it on? I mean, I do have a recorder. I got a nice one. I got the one from the fucking the special ed department at the school.
Okay.
Where it has the pitch on it.
Okay.
You can slow down.
You can slow it down. And you do it backwards. I used to have one where we used to have this.
Yours had it backwards.
Double cassette one. You could do it backwards. You can record it backwards, and you can.
Your blue radio. You used to have a blue little.
Was it blue?
Yeah, it was blue. I remember it was double tape deck, high speed.
That's right.
Dub. Had all mics and.
That's right.
Really fun.
That's right.
Mom threw it down the steps.
The boombox days.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a boombox. You had it was slim.
No, it was slim. It was small. Yeah,
it was small. The new slimline ones came out, but it was really nice though. It's fucking great. But that's an era that's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole carrying radios and those. Oh, well, actually, it's not. It's changed because in the city, a shitload of guys run around with Bluetooth speakers.
Yes.
I'm in the Baba Japan.
Yes.
I'm in the trap in Japan. I'm in the. They all play trap music and they fucking like messengers. All the messages in Manhattan, all fucking.
I'm in
the mama in the bar. I'm in the mama in the bar. I'm in the mama in the bar. I'm in the mama in the bar. All the fucking Migos. They play all Migos records and fucking run around the city. And I'm sure they have this look on them like, fuck you, you don't like my music. You know what I'm saying? But if it gets you through the day, why not?
Why not, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand people who listen to their shit on their phone with no fucking headphones. It's like headphones. You can get a headphone like $1.99, bro. Just fucking. I mean, why do I have to listen to your fucking reggaeton / country mix shit and while I'm either trying to read a book or now I got to put my shit on and I got to turn my volume up a little bit high.
Yeah, that is quite annoying, and it's sometimes like I get it when it comes on by mistake. You know what I'm saying? And it's you try to jostle it down a little bit.
There's people that are listening to it.
No, there's some people
that
that
got their phone today.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, don't you have a battery? Doesn't it like die? Because my phone won't last that long playing that stuff. Like I'm always there's 2 things that I get freaked out about that other people can do and I can't. Number one, wear fucking headphones, like in-bud ears. My ears are so big, I can't wear the fucking buds. Can you wear buds?
Yeah, I can wear buds. I can wear buds. I can't do the like the ones that you get for the iPhone.
No, that's what I mean.
I can wear those, but there's another one that's
It's
What the hell's
contoured.
a chord? It's that's contoured a little bit that I can do.
Yeah, those I can do because it fits. It has some
Right.
gel inside it.
Right.
The fucking
Right.
iPhone.
I
ones,
can't. No, I can't. They fall
I
out.
have people that all day long
They
never
just
fall
stick
out.
it
That
right.
fucking
Yeah.
I put them in. They just
Yeah.
they just fall right off.
Yeah. We got fucked up ear genetics.
I mean, I'm so jealous of these people. I
Right.
am really jealous of people that can have that. I have friends that wear it all day long. They don't come out. They don't. I get yanked. Mine yanked. Just fucking.
Oh, somebody's backpack. You just
Yeah. I'm like, I know, no. Oh. Scream at that door. Somebody opens a door and yank my shit. I was standing at a fucking intersection, and no lie, it was a pair of Beats actually. The first pair that I had, it blew me away because it was so noise canceling,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in traffic, and it felt like I couldn't hear nothing. It was just quiet, and fucking cab just. Boom. Oh. Thank God they have where the disconnects.
Yes.
It comes out from here, so I still had it on my head, and I was like, "What just happened?" And it yanked the fucking cord out, the phone out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the noise cancellation.
Yeah,
because at some level, I really need to know
You
what
need
the fuck,
it.
especially when you're walking
You
around
need
Manhattan.
the noise,
you need to
man.
know what the fuck's going on
I
around
freaked
you.
out about
Otherwise,
that.
you're gonna die.
Yes.
At some point, you're gonna fucking die. You're not paying attention. Yeah, and then for some reason, and we all get like caught up in. I try hard not to do this, but every once in a while you get caught up in. You're looking at a message or you're looking at something, and you're walking,
I'm so guilty of it.
and you got to catch yourself like saying, "Hey, pay the fuck attention to where you're walking." I deliberately. This one dude who I saw him coming, walking towards me as I'm walking down in Manhattan. He's on his phone doing his thing, and you could see that he's not paying attention.
Cool.
So I say to myself, I'm gonna make a beeline for him. I'm gonna go right to him to see how far he's going to acknowledge this.
A little digital joust.
So exactly. So I'm not. I don't have anything on. So I got my headphones on. I'm listening to music. So I'm just walking like towards him, just see when will this dude pick up and whatnot. And he does it, and he bumps right into me. Boom, and he drops his phone. I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, bro." I was like, "You got it? You good? Okay, fine." And it was hilarious because I said, "This dude is," because you figure at some point you will see like something that somebody will eventually look up. This dude didn't look up at all.
There was a years ago even when BlackBerry was first coming out, like when a lot of the smartphones and stuff, it wasn't really iPhone. iPhone was out, but it wasn't really that popular at that time. And someone had came out with a camera that sticks into the headphone because the headphone jack was on the top or whatever else, and it had a camera there. It shows you the direction you're walking, and you can angle it so that you can keep typing. And your camera would the half top would be your field of view in front of you, so you're seeing. So this way, you're not looking up 100% up. You're just looking down and I'm still typing with left. Like, do we really need to fucking type that?
Yeah, that's one of those things where just like we're creating shit to sort of accentuate the fact that hey, we don't want to we don't want to sort of engage in what's going on around us, but we also don't want the negative effects of what happens when that happens. If you just stick your head up, you would know. I mean, that's like saying hey, here's an app in which you can all set this app. And then you could all sit down and have dinner together, and so will be on that phone, and another person will be on that phone, but you're sitting here by yourself eating dinner, and everybody else is doing their thing. Other than just sitting down together at the same fucking table, putting the phone away for 30 minutes or so, and talking to people.
You're right.
We're creating, like, we sort of acknowledge this level of disconnect, and so we're saying, well, how do we stay connected in this level of disconnect. As opposed to, hey, put the phone down for a second and then connect and talk to somebody. Go finger bang somebody or whatever. Just just get involved with somebody somewhere. You didn't laugh at that. I thought you were going to laugh at the finger bang thing.
No, finger bang, I caught it. Just kind of waiting for it.
Speaking of this has nothing to do with finger banging. I saw that apparently, let's go back to music. Apparently, Pete Rock and DJ Premier are going to be producing De La Soul's next album.
Oh. Was that true?
I saw this on a feed on my face. Was it Facebook?
Feeds.
That
Feed
would,
on my Facebook. Would be fucking awesome.
And it looked. I mean, how legit it was, I don't know. It didn't look like it was. I remember it being like
authentic.
Yeah. Right. Like DJ Premier and Pete Rock.
Oh, I'd like
going to be producing De La's
I would like that.
Next album.
I wouldn't mind that. I don't know what a today Pasta Noose and what's his name? True
Goy the Dove.
Yeah. I don't know what they would be today. I think they came out with something not too long ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't that half bad.
It was alright. It wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad.
It was musical though. It had a lot of music in it. Which was good. Yeah, that would be dope. I mean, I don't know why Finger Bang in that is associated.
I have no idea why. It has nothing to do with it, but for some reason it came
banging. You know,
okay, banging with your fingers.
Banger. But yeah, they want to put tariffs on, give like jaywalking fines for people texting in intersections.
Might have to. I mean,
well, I think it'd be a nice wake up call.
You might. I mean, unfortunately, like when shit gets to a point where like people's like you can't handle this shit by yourself,
right?
So, and you're causing accidents,
right.
And you can't handle this level of fucking freedom,
right?
So now we need to impose something upon you. To say that, okay, well, when this interferes in something else, if you do this and somebody gets into an accident or whatever, okay, well, now what? You're going to get a ticket. And so now, we're going to make cops fucking go, well, no, I saw you. You were texting when you were 2 feet in the middle of the street.
But okay, look at it this way. Now, let's go fast forward, and this is just purely just imagining shit. And I think by imagining it, we actually make it happen because we've done that before and things have happened. So imagine that the law comes out, like just to say you can't text and walk, but it goes to the next level where it says, well, we can't put cops in every corner. We don't have the resources to do it. So we want to make sure that the cell phone company is tied to the GPS in the system, and that you will get an automatic ticket for texting while you're in a That would be where it fucking goes crazy. So your own phone would police you.
Right, exactly.
And there's no way to turn it off.
You will be policed by your own device.
By your own device. So that would be the better way. And then somehow that region gets the revenue from it or something. Maybe part of that every time someone texts and says, hey, you want to text? It costs you more. You know what I'm saying?
Possible. I mean, look,
it's possible. That's very possible.
If we can't manage it ourselves, we're going to... in many ways, we've sort of... like allow this instrument to sort of like dictate to us the things that we want. And so if you can have it on the phone, like how many things that you can do on your phone that you say, oh, okay, well, since the phone can do it, I'll just go and let it happen. And we don't think that far ahead, like what you say.
Right.
So, okay, well, we're going to start having to find people.
Right.
Well, why does the New York City cop have to find people?
Right.
Just, if your phone has a map on it, so your location has to be on. And if you're in a certain area and you're sending messages at a certain time, well, you know what? Boom, you just got a $50 ticket. And AT&T will take it, and AT&T will take care of it. If you give us $9.99, extra $9.99 a month, when you pop up with a certain amount of tickets, well, we'll take care of that ticket for you. You just got to pay us $10 a month, as long as it's not over a certain amount of money. But we'll take even $100 of tickets a month. Oh, we take care of it. Just give us another $10 a month, and we'll do it.
Well, I mean, there's so many variables that can happen with that. I mean, but as a municipality, it's almost like they become the new police, like the digital police. They become the new cops.
We're there.
You know I'm saying? Yeah, we're there.
We're there. Everybody should read George Orwell's 1984.
Yeah.
Because we are there.
Speaking of being there, California just approved driverless cars. Okay.
Oh, did they really?
It's done. It's approved. It has to pass one more bill.
Now, what does that mean? It's approved.
It means that they can start. Businesses can start doing it. So taxis now do not have to have a driver. And so the first customer happened already. I believe it happened. The first guy took a ride. The car showed up. He got in a box app and said where I'm going. Got to his destination, jumped out and said goodbye. Simple. Johnny Cap, total recall. You know what I'm saying? But interestingly enough, when you look at the flip side of the news in Uber news, all of a sudden now, Uber is people are being charged additional fees from Uber drivers for cleaning fees. People leaving sodas in the cups in the cars. How does a robot clean that? How does a robot do one more than one visit. I took a car.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking vomit in the back.
Right.
You go pick someone else up.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one in the car.
Right.
So what do? They didn't think that far. I'm telling you. They didn't think that far. They think people are all nice. They think people are respecting the law. So now when you show up, hey, fucking get this shit out of here. It's popcorn in the back. Someone pissed all over the thing. Someone wrote graffiti on the back. Fuck the revolution, whatever. This is not something that was taken into consideration.
Well, maybe you have it set up where like there's going to be a camera inside all these vehicles, and it's going to record everything that's going to happen inside those vehicles.
Yeah, and you're going to get charged.
Right, and so and I mean ultimately, people are going to have to be involved,
right?
Because people got to push a button, people got to move something, people got to look at something and say, hey, wait a minute. There's this dude up there who just threw up in this car.
Right.
Okay, this is the dude. He got in it, so-and-so, so-and-so. Okay, this is the dude. We're going to charge this dude a cleaning fee. So rather than...
Yeah, but that car's out of service, and it's the convenience of it, or the money maker of it is gone, and new problems exist. So so we have new industry.
Right, you have a new industry.
Yeah.
So now you have an industry to which, hey... we'll provide cleaning services for your
fucking automated cars.
Send
it to me.
Yeah, send them to me, and hire us out, and then we'll every 2 hours, every 12, 2, and 4, we'll be at this one spot. You notice that this car needs to be cleaned up. You send that car to this location. We'll clean it up.
I mean, just imagine a car wash existing car wash.
Okay.
They just have to get new equipment.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the fucking driverless car shows up, and then you build him for, that's a possibility too. So new industry continues to, like, we don't just kill the industry. It still has to exist.
Right.
In fact, I might have to do more.
Those cars. Well, you have to do different jobs.
People would do different jobs. It would have to go after every run. Mm-hmm. Every time I drop something off, I got to go to a station, get sanitized. It's like a dry pit.
Right.
So these mini car washes may be in existence.
Okay.
Smaller footprint. Maybe a smaller footprint that doesn't require all the big gallons of water and foaming and spraying down. It's not so much the exterior of the car, but just a cleanup crew, like when you the pit.
Right.
Go like that. So that may be a new industry for these driverless cars.
Pit crews. Have driverless.
I think we're giving away too much fucking ideas, and they owe us a check.
Somebody owes us a check.
A lot of people owe us a check, man.
That's an interesting idea.
But it is. But that's what will happen as you keep changing things. I mean, a lot of people feel it's Armageddon, it's this, and no, it's new industry. So a lot of the drivers that don't exist anymore may be pit bosses.
Right. Right.
Maybe you say, hey, now maybe it goes home and goes local, and it's, hey, I'm in this zip code here. I'm working from home. Do you mind if Google Car, you get a notification? A Google Car will be arriving at your house in 5 minutes. You have 10 minutes to clean it, and we'll put $20 in your account.
Ah, you know what I'm saying? That's a good idea.
That's something, because I'm in the neighborhood.
That's a good idea.
So this is local.
So you'll set yourself up as a Google Car cleaner.
Yeah.
And you're available from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Right.
So hey, we're sending you a Google car your way. Just clean it up. When you're done, hit go
the button,
or whatever the fuck it is.
Complete. Mission complete. Done. And you get your fucking.
Right, end of the day, I did 8 cars today. Oh, okay, 8 cars at $40 a pop or whatever. Or credits. I
strongly think we're going into the credit system.
Well, yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
We're getting away. We'll be getting away. I would say we should stop fucking talking.
I know.
And just. Just get our shit over.
Two Bros Google Car Wash opening.
Two Bros Google Car Wash.
No, it's serious. But that this is where Mother Nature, Mother Necessity, and ingenuity brings new.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes, necessity is the mother of invention. So we're gonna stop talking right now. And
that's right. We're gonna move on to other shit.
We're gonna go get some coins. How's it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Jabari.
I heard somebody. This was hilarious. I heard somebody. I was on the bus from Hempstead heading to Queens to the subway.
Mm-hmm.
6. Somebody, the 6, yeah. Somebody was saying they were talking about the movie Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking to a friend on the phone, and they said, "You see, they don't teach you this shit in school." That's why I love this movie. They don't teach you about this shit in school. And my knee-jerk reaction would say just that. Teach you what? Teach you
vibranium?
Teach you about this fictitious thing that was
no
invented?
Vibranium, man.
They don't teach you about... And so I'm hoping that there was another aspect of this conversation that I missed. But I'm hoping that she is not saying that people didn't teach you about this town, this country in Africa,
this technology
place in Africa of Wakanda. Wow. They teach you where Wakanda is. Like nobody knows where Wakanda is. So yeah, nobody does know where Wakanda is because it doesn't fucking exist.
That's like Gotham.
Right,
that's
exactly.
Like fucking Metropolis.
Gotham, Metropolis, yeah, Inner Earth.
You haven't figured out that these fucking what stalactites or whatever the fuck Superman uses. What's the crystal? Krypton.
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite. That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
It doesn't exist.
No. It's called vitamin D, motherfuckers.
That's right.
It's called being deficient from vitamin D. Like, Superman gets his power from the sun, and so do you.
That's right. People
don't realize that shit.
It's an exaggeration of the truth.
I know. It's pretty weird. But,
that's what Mr. Glass believes.
Yes.
That's what Mr. Glass believes. He said maybe it's just an exaggeration of the truth. Maybe all of these stories are just simple exaggerations of things like instinct.
Okay, so that's another one that I can watch anytime.
Unbreakable.
It's
a great movie.
I can watch it.
Did you watch Split?
I watched Split.
Okay. Did you like the part at the end?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
I hummed and I did this.
At first, I got upset when I heard the music.
I know.
At first, I got upset because I'm like, well, why is he fucking putting this shit in here at the end of this? Because you didn't see the connection.
I saw him in the diner.
And then she starts talking and she says, this is like that other guy who did that thing 10, 12 years ago. And I'm like, or did you see the Bruce Willis?
That's what I did.
I'm like, oh! So then the whole thing sort of like makes sense.
It just blew me away.
So now he's creating his own... He's creating this thing now simply out of his own creation because there's no Marvel story to back to back.
So he created a world.
He created a superhero.
Love it.
And now he's created another villain.
Now, if Mr. M. Night Shyamalan, who I like him, I like his style. I really like his style. If he was smart and he sees what Marvel and all this stuff is doing, he would start trying to find ways to connect all his other movies. That the fucking the trees and shit talking to each other. Yeah, he can make a world.
He can create his own world.
He can make a universe that ties all his goofy, crazy shit together. You know, from Devil, the shit in the elevator to.
I didn't see the elevator one.
Fuck, man!
I didn't see the elevator one. I saw the goofy one where the people were living outside the goddamn
that which
park.
We do not speak of. That one.
People who live outside the park. I said, wait a minute, you fuckers are like right outside the park.
like
wait, you're over there. You're like, so you don't hear the traffic just going? There's a freeway that's like 2 miles down. Nobody fucking hears that.
That which we do not speak of.
Maybe those are the noises. But yeah, but that could be like this little like isolated place now.
Yes.
That the horde dude now has to go and fucking
recharge his battery or something or whatever. That wouldn't be bad. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be nice.
So check M Night. We're giving you some more ideas for the studio.
Damn nice.
But yeah, I really like his stuff. I get disappointed. Well, then he can't because then Bruce Willis can't be two guys seeing dead people and being the unbreakable guy, or maybe it doesn't have to be. But it doesn't have to be him. Like the one thing about superhero movies and character movies is this is what I get annoyed with. Fans believe the physical, what you're looking at, is what the story is. Okay, so you really think Clark Kent and Superman?
Right. So different. It's like, hell.
Like you.
How'd you do that?
This is a mentality thing. Right. Like that. His disguise is. It's not so much the disguise. It's supposed to mean that. So that everyone's in on it. That they don't believe he's the superhero. If you're looking at it and saying you can't tell that's Superman,
right.
You missed the whole thing. You missed the whole thing.
Right, because you've been told something, and you sort of created the world in which everybody else believes it, and so this is what we're going with.
Right.
So you can either hop on this ride, or you can fight it along the way,
right.
and then you'll be out. It's kind of like the same thing that soap operas do. If you ever watch soap operas will kill somebody. You will see them dead, And 3 months later, that same dude will be back. And they will just say, oh, yeah, that was a great miraculous operation he had. And then just move on to the rest of the fucking...
I've not seen that many.
And just move on to the thing. And just say, oh, okay, he had this great operation, and so now he's back.
I get it.
We won't question it. We won't we're not going to spend a lot of time going over this backstory.
Right. It is what it is.
Chad had a great operation. I know we saw him dead there 3 months ago, but that doctor was fantastic that worked on him. Good to have you back, Chad. Now let's move on to this other shit that we were talking about.
You know who's on All My Children now?
I have no idea.
Random question. Wojciech Howitz, the guy from Barney Miller.
Really?
He plays one of the main guys' father that's got dementia and fucking. I'm looking at him like, that's Wojciech Howitz. I don't know his real name.
Something Max.
He's on All My Children.
Max something.
He's on All My Children. It's pretty weird.
So Max something. Yeah, he's had a couple like supporting roles here
Yeah.
and there and whatnot. Yeah, it's good to see some of those faces
Those
that you
veteran
recognize
guys.
that you recognize back every once in a while.
Yeah. But that's funny though. That's interesting though. But I definitely like M. Night. I mean, I really like his style. It's sometimes the water with the one with Paul Giamatti and the Red Riding Hood type of
that was kind of goofy.
That kind of it was really goofy.
Kind of stretched it a little bit.
I was like, all right, what are we doing again? How does this work?
I liked them, and I didn't see the Devil one. I've liked them all. Of course,
Sixth Sense for sure.
Sixth Sense was great. Unbreakable, I think, is my favorite. I liked Signs. I know a lot of people didn't like Signs. I liked Signs.
I like Signs. I was scared of that fucking alien. That's the alien one, right?
Yeah.
That's with Phoenix.
When you see it walking across the...
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Who was the baseball player. And
swing away. Oh, when he just walked past the crop field?
Yes. No, when these kids were in Brazil.
Party,
there was a party and they were saying they would know something. He just walked past and this hairy fucking thing walked past. Like, oh shit! And then the Joaquin Phoenix character did that.
Yeah.
He was, oh shit!
Yeah. And Mark Wahlberg was in that? Was that his brother?
That was...
Or was that the other one?
No. That might have been another one. No, the one... Marky Mark was in the one with the trees.
Yes.
He was in the one with the trees.
The trees were talking.
Where the trees were talking to each other.
Which is pretty cool too.
And I think Mel Gibson was the dude.
Mel Gibson was his brother.
Signs.
Was Joaquin Brothers.
Right.
Joaquin Phoenix's brother. Yeah.
Signs.
Yeah.
And he was good in that too.
Mel Gibson was good.
I like Mel Gibson. I just can't get past that pack full of niggas statement that he made.
Pack of niggas?
A pack of niggas. I can't get past, like every time I see him, I hear that.
True.
And I'm like, I got a lot of respect for you as an actor and as an artist and in the movies you made.
True.
But every time I see you, I hear you're getting raped by a pack full of niggas. And I'm like, I can't.
I mean, I was totally a fan of his, the Lethal Weapon. I mean, 1 or 2.
Absolutely.
For sure. I mean, he was just the crazy fucking...
Yeah. It was the first time we saw that kind of character.
Yeah.
That off the hook dude who's probably a bigger danger. Like, I'm glad he's on my side type thing. Because he doesn't give a fuck about anything.
You're not really crazy. You are crazy. You're not playing crazy. Don't nibble on the barrel. Pull the trigger.
Right. And it's that old give and take we have that we as viewers we always recognize.
Good cop, bad cop.
Good cop, bad cop, but it's also order and chaos. It's also how you need to have both. You need to have chaos and you need to have order, and you need to be able to access both.
And you need a court jester in between to make it funny.
Absolutely.
Like what Leo gets.
Leo gets. Whatever you want.
Leo gets.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a funny character. I'm not sure that I want to see my friend Mr. Willis, Bruce Willis, play Death Wish.
Oh, okay.
The hype around this thing is insane. Like, they're really making it like, a big vigilante. And I'm like, okay, Charles Bronson was, great at it because he had that pizza fucking face and his nose was all pitted up. And, oh, I could kill my wife.
One of the ugliest dudes around.
Charles Bronson was fucking ugly.
Like, dude, you're horrible. Why shouldn't we kill your fucking family?
He was like a taco away from being Mexican. Like, I swear he was fucking Mexican.
That's the next shirt. That's the next shirt. You're a taco away from being Mexican.
Dude, this guy. I swear he was like the guy from what's him and the other the pitted face guy. There's a couple of them.
What, like the action heroes?
The Stand By Me guy.
Stand By Me guy. I don't know.
Stopping the gang. Oh, what was those movies? Hey, if you want to get out of the gang, come to my classroom. He was a teacher. Was
in Stand By Me?
Was it Stand By Me?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
The fucking teacher that always played the cop, wanted to break up the gangs, and he was a gang member himself. He had a pitted face.
I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name.
Jim Carrey plays him all the time, and he played a skit on him like, "Oh, will you get those gangs out of my schools?" Weird character. I can't remember him. I'll Google him, but I don't feel like it.
Well, maybe it's just at a point now where, like, because you and I remember Charles Bronson.
Yeah.
And we are of an advanced age. So maybe now we're at that point where, like, if you are, like, 10 years younger than us, well, this idea is new.
Yeah, I
sort
guess.
of a new idea. And so, like, we're regurgitating these stories.
Yeah, but I mean, Bruce is so current. Like, he's never left the scene. So it's not like a guy pops up and you're like, "Ooh, who's this new?" Like,
true.
Like,
okay, I see what you're saying.
Where's the new Charles Bronson? Where's the new? Where's the new? Like, I think somebody said this on Charlemagne or one of these guys said it. Like, where are the new Harry Belafontes? Where are the new guys? Where's the new Denzel? Who's the next one that's gonna be the iconic kid? Is it Michael B. Jordan? Is it?
Well, but at the same time, that model is actually changing.
I agree.
The model is changing, and so maybe we're not seeing that person in film. I mean, we talked about Childish Gambino.
Right.
He doesn't rely on, even though he's gonna have his big movie parts. He's gonna be in the Han Solo movie. Mm-hmm. But he's kind of like
Spider-Man.
And was in Spider-Man, right? But he's kind of like not relying on that,
right,
to create his thing. He's doing his own thing, and
yeah, I guess
and so maybe that's where they are. Maybe you're gonna find these guys doing their own independent projects, and maybe they won't be studio dudes. Maybe we're not gonna see the Denzel Washingtons coming from the studios. Maybe the Idris Elba's,
right?
Maybe
I was
dudes
just about to say, like
just
Tim Chadwick and all these guys.
Yeah, maybe those guys are the guys. Yeah,
maybe they are them. I mean,
maybe that's it. Maybe Chadwick Boseman. Maybe that's it. I mean, maybe that's what we get. But if you want to see a proliferation of that, maybe you got to look in other venues, and you can't rely on the movies. You can't rely on 20th Century Fox films or whatever the big movie studios are.
Well, I guess looking through the glass, we're looking for the answers before we take the test, right? So it has to happen for it to be great. It has to be 10 years of it. Like, wow, this guy really, somebody like what's his name, Laz Alonso, one of those characters. Mm-hmm. This guy has been in movies, and now you go, wow, he's still,
right.
Nobody knows who he is. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess you're right. You don't see yourself getting fat in the mirror. Like, while it's happening, you don't know that.
You don't know that that's what it is, right?
But later you go, man, Sidney Poitier was
exactly like in
okay, I get it.
Like what are we going to say about Childish Gambino 12 years from now?
Yeah,
what are we going to say about Jordan Peele as a director? 10, 15 years from now, is he going to be up in that genre of great, the dude who makes great movies?
Well, I mean, even like Will Smith. I mean, let's imagine a Will Smith. He's going to be old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's going to be playing Morgan Freeman type characters at any point now. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be playing aged guys. So and so will Denzel, and so will I guess they're going to grow old. So we will see their careers continue to just have. Now you watch fucking Al Pacino. You seen Hangman? You seen this movie?
No.
Hangman's a new Al Pacino movie.
He's always doing shit.
He's just a fucking Netflix just writes him checks and shit. Mm-hmm. But he's like, man, I can't want it. He's like a fucking puppet. Like, he's the Al Pacino'd out. Like, he's done every facial thing. He's done everything you can get from him. And, watching him be old and this raven black hair, I can't do it. He looks like Serpico again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't dye yourself black. Like,
I want you to be old. I want to see the old. I know. I see what you mean.
I don't dye my beard. I'm just not a fan of, the gray is the gray. It's natural, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. But a lot of friends of mine, they're like, no, they just gotta dye. And I'm like, no, because when I see a smudge on my shirt from my hair or something, I'm not gonna like it. Or fucking brown shit on my fingers, and
Well, my ex's dad would put shoe polish.
Come on,
in his beard.
See, this is crazy.
And he would wear this goatee, and he would have like a little more, You know, like it would be like a little bit fuller on the bottom, and it would gray because he's older.
Yeah,
he would take things shoe polish.
That's
or mascara. I'm like, wow, isn't it like a lot of effort?
That's a lot of effort
just to say you're not old, but you are.
But you are.
Your skin is gray. What difference does it make if your beard is gray?
Right, like you look like a guy who painted his face.
Right, exactly. You look like a mannequin.
Well, these girls with the fucking Sharpies, like with the permanent fucking surprise on their face with it. I'm like this is paint. You wearing paint. Are you that surprised? Because they look like I see them on the train and they'd be like,
there's this woman at work. She has she's obviously she's painted her eyebrows.
Sharpies.
The thing is, they don't move.
That's what I mean.
And so
permanent surprise.
She's sitting there talking to me about something that I gotta do. She's like, she does like training and shit like that. And so I asked her a question, so she's talking to me, and so she's making all these expressions with her face, but I'm noticing your eyebrows haven't moved a single fucking millimeter this whole time. You've been talking to me for 4 minutes, and the top of your head has like that, shit like that. That hasn't happened for you. So like, why? Like, are you numb up here? Like, did you get an injection or whatever? Or just because the top of your fucking head has not moved?
It has not moved.
That's a bit. Your eyes are moving. Your nose. You're telling me. You're making these expressions with your face, but nothing over here is moving.
I love Hannibal Buress' comment. Don't look at me with a handlebar mustache like you don't have a handlebar mustache. And my reaction, because you have a handlebar mustache, don't think I'm weird. You have a handlebar mustache. And I'm looking at it. And you got this is something.
I heard that. That was
hilarious. He was like, don't be surprised if I'm looking at you because you have a handlebar mustache.
Right. I don't have the problem.
Right.
You got the fucking handlebar mustache. You got to accept that shit.
Oh, shit.
Hannibal Buress used to do this funny.
Oh, shit. I lost my headphones.
No.
But, other than that, we are in March Madness, right? March Madness kicking off.
It started. Don't the tournaments go this week?
Yeah, well, teams are playing in Madison Square Garden today. Big Ten, and they're playing both, like you said last week.
In both arenas, like there's something in Brooklyn and there's something in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. And then CIAA is this weekend. That's where all the black college tournaments play down in Charlotte.
Right. Okay.
So that's a big weekend, big party weekend.
Yeah, those are big because they get that's their only bid.
Yeah.
For the tournament, you got to win that tournament.
Yeah.
For being the big.
It's a huge party town. They turned Charlotte upside down.
Charlotte.
My friends are all down there. Like they're like, yo, man, it's crazy. Like,
Charlotte's a nice spot.
Yeah. One of those that only been through, not been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been to Charlotte. I've traveled around the world and never been to Charlotte. There's a few cities I haven't been to. I haven't been to Charlotte, and I haven't been to New Orleans.
I have not been to New Orleans.
Never been.
I've not been to New Orleans.
I mean, there's several other places I haven't been.
I was told that I was in New Orleans.
I've never been.
But I don't remember it.
You don't remember. I mean, if I was there, I just passed through.
Yeah.
Only. So, we shall see. A lot of stuff going on with the Duke game was crazy last night. I saw that.
That was Duke, North Carolina, right? Who won?
Yeah.
I saw Duke was down.
Duke won.
For a bit.
Duke won. They got a kid. That kid, something, the third, Baptiste the third, whatever his name is. He's a problem. He's a problem. He's a fucking problem.
Is he gonna be the next dude? The reason why people hate Duke? Is he the next? Is he that next guy?
If they win, yes, they'll hate him. But if he goes to the league, he'll be one and done.
They haven't.
But it's funny because it was senior night, right?
Mm-hmm.
One kid graduating, white boy.
More seniors.
Barry Allen, whatever his name, and he's nice too. Maybe it's not Barry Allen. I said the wrong. That's Flash. Barry Allen.
Barry Allen?
This is Barry Allen's The Flash.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a DC guy.
I'm not a DC guy.
But there's one kid, senior night. Yeah, he's going through smacking everybody's hands. He's number 2 or 3 in Duke history of shooting 3-pointers. But he spent 4 years in school.
Okay.
He's going to leave there with a degree and not like these one and done guys. And
right.
It's a huge disservice to the rest of these other players that are just like one and done. But the walls of Jericho are falling down on the NCAA. And Calipari said it the best way. He said, guys, I think the time is here. You need to let these kids live off of their likeness. If the school could benefit, they should be able to capitalize off their likeness.
I agree.
Signatures, They should be able to make money off of signatures. It's theirs. It's not ours. He was like, we don't own these kids' likeness. And if they want to sell baseball cards, if they want to sell cards, if they want to sell things of their face on it, we should let them.
Yeah.
Because
there was an interesting story one time I heard when Chris Webber was at Michigan. They stopped they were at a tournament and they stopped at a fast food joint to get something to eat.
Yeah.
And he ordered something, and the order came to a certain amount of money. He didn't have X amount of dollars, so he had to change the order. A little bit embarrassed and whatever. He got his order. Sitting down eating, he looks across the street and sees a Chris Webber jersey selling for like $90.
Yeah.
So he's like,
it's kind of fucked up.
It's kind of fucked up. And they actually lost a lawsuit. I think Ed O'Bannon sued the NCAA.
Did it?
Yeah, because they put his likeness in video games.
Yes, they. That was part of this suit that they talked about, and they used the Ed O'Bannon.
Right.
They said, but that kind of faded away. It just that.
But he won.
He got his award.
Yeah, he got his award. Right. But now there's a precedent basically saying, hey, look, you cannot make money off of an athlete's likeness without compensating the athlete.
I agree. I agree that part of it. If you're going to monetize it, they should be compensated for it, and that should at least give them the. Now, if you want to, now I'm okay also too with the reverse of that by saying, okay, if you're going to monetize it, that's okay. We got other feed. Yeah, that's just backup cam. But you're going to monetize that money from these kids. You're gonna get that. Then these scholarships shouldn't be that free. They should be okay. They should be okay. You've made the money. You couldn't have done that if we didn't have you here. This is what we spent on you, like a record deal.
Okay.
Now recoup. So give them the incentive. Yes, we've paid your tuition to go here. So that at some point there's got to be some give and take too. The institution, you can't get a free ride.
But then how does that balance out? How does that balance out with the superstar kid that's obviously going to go to pros and make X amount of dollars to the average kid who had to struggle to get on there? He gets a scholarship, but he definitely earned his scholarship.
Right.
And he's not going to have prospects. He's going to have to make sure he gets his degree. He's got to work with his dad's law firm.
Yeah, true. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that would kind of be like the backlash has always been, well, haven't we given them enough?
Right.
Like, we've given them, $200,000.
Right.
In scholarships. This is a lot of money.
Right.
So the fact that they're one and done is kind of, that's the easy way for the institution to go, hey, we only got to pay for this kid for 1 year.
Right.
But every year you're paying a 1 year. So it's constantly, you're paying 15 guys per year.
Right.
Every year. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So it's still a monetary drain, and all the other kids are paying for it. That's the part that people mistake. Regular tuition people, like, I'm shocked that there has not been a movement where people say, hey, we don't want to pay for the jocks. We're the anti-pay for the student. I don't want my tuition to cover this ungrateful fucking athlete. I'm not into the sports. But then it would be, why would you go to this school? Right. Why do you go here? But
then you can always make the claim that you go to the school for other reasons. You go to the school because it's
for the law program.
It's got a great law program. It's got a great engineering program.
I agree. But that's where it barges that question, or begs that question of, at what point did the people sign up for it? Because when you look at the tuition bill and you look at all this stuff and you go, just the fact that there are 15 kids on a basketball team that aren't paying this, okay. There are 60 some odd on the football team. They ain't paying it. The band gets scholarships. There's 80 people in the band. They get scholarships. So all these athletes, the swim team, whatever scholarships are, when you take that chunk of change and you wonder why the institution is charging X amount of dollars, I'm shocked that there has not been a movement of, student non-athlete students saying, our tuition should be low because we don't participate in these things. We don't, we want the abridged version of it. You guys have the sports. We don't go to the games. We don't. We use strict scholars.
Right. That's a good.
I mean, since everybody's Me Tooing, you know what I'm saying? But then I guess you expose yourself as the nerd.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you
Revenge of the
gotta.
nerds.
It brings up the question of, okay, well, how much people are making money off of these kids in school, and saying that, okay, well, we're giving you a scholarship, and let's be fair about it. You know, if you are a scholarship athlete, especially at a big program, it's not like you have this opportunity to get an education.
Right.
They hand you a fucking schedule.
Sure.
And if you decided to, hey, you know what, I want to major in American history, I want to take these other classes, they're going to say, no, you're taking this basket weaving and how to prevent STD class and shit, and that's what you're taking because you are a scholarship athlete at blah, blah, blah university.
Right. Or the monetization of it that comes in from these external sources like TV ads. They are strictly for scholarships, and the other kids are for sure not paying for it. That would be okay for some people, but it doesn't work for the smaller schools.
Right.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So in a sense where, hey, CBS, we got all these TV games, that pays for the tuition and your money for sure. In a financial statement, none of it gets allowed to an athlete because their programs pay for themselves.
Right.
That I would be acceptable, and any institution should take that model. Should somehow get the best finest accountant to say, nope, your tuition is guaranteed to pay for your child for this, and none of it goes to, percentage of athlete. Like, that's almost something that should be an option. Like, I don't want my stuff to have athletes tied to it. I don't want to pay for jocks. You know what I'm saying? So that's an interesting point. It's an interesting point. But and this plot will unravel. We'll see more of it coming in days to come as the March Madness hits its peak.
Right.
You think anyone?
March Madness?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You do brackets?
I have no idea. I used to. I don't do them anymore.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I started. I used to do brackets, and I used to do fantasy football and all that stuff like that. And I stopped doing them. Yeah. And I am now enjoying sports a little bit more.
I think so.
Because it's no longer like, well, so and so needs to get X amount of points.
Yeah.
For this, so how come they're not playing this dude? Oh, they did this other schedule, and I was watching it for other reasons other than just enjoying it. When I stopped doing all that, well, then now
it became more fun.
Right now, I'm enjoying. Now I'm watching it just to enjoy it, or I don't watch it all because I don't want to. I'd rather do something else.
But I like the fact of I could turn on a game and go, who's playing? Oh, what's their record? Oh, okay. I mean, the fanatic of it. I'm not a fanatic. I mean, I'm not. I like it. I enjoy it.
You can take it or leave it, right?
Right. I could take it or leave it. And I watched the Duke game, and I was excited because I'm like, I don't even know who these players are.
Right.
I saw this kid. I was like, wow, this guy is really somebody to watch. You know what I'm saying? But postseason for sure, I would more interested than regular season, but. I still think the college NCAA politics have a long way to go, and something's got to change. Well,
they also from a gameplay standpoint, it's getting to a point now where the regular season almost doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It doesn't really matter what all that matters is are you team number 1 or 65?
Right.
Really, the differentiation between that doesn't really matter, and then you have the tournament, and then that's going to determine probably more than what you did in the. In the regular season.
Yeah, I guess
so. We've kind of circumvented the regular season of college basketball.
Yeah, I get you because I kind of just got fed up with seeing this. I knew that it was always going to be Duke, North Carolina. It was always going to be the same guys, Syracuse, the same 10 usual suspects for sure. When you saw now I see this Sean Miller, the coach of Arizona, and he's getting all this flack about whatever else, and they said, his career's over. He got caught.
He said that?
No, people said it because he got caught.
He got caught paying somebody or accepting money from something or whatever. Yeah,
because gave that kid Deontay something.
Yeah, gave him some money or something like that,
and whatever else. And he was like, "Listen, I'm here to just play the game, and I'll let you guys do, whatever." So it'd be interesting, but then again, I don't think it will be. I mean, if you're gonna get rid of Calipari, what's the other guy, Patino, and all these other guys, more have to fall before. But then what does it mean? What is it?
Yeah.
It becomes a new game. It's hybrid,
Right.
So, wish them the best of luck, March Madness. I think we're done.
Okay. We can be done.
I think we've cooked this bird.
We can be done.
Two Bros Podcast checking out. Listen, we are 11 days away from our Winterfest. So, level 1, Winterfest, coming up 316. There's some people that dropped out. They unfortunately couldn't go. So I got about 6 seats left on the bus. So if you're watching this and you watch to the end, this is like when the previews come on at the end of the
That's right. And you left.
Marvel, and you left the theater.
You decided to leave because you wanted to rush and you
so there are
want to
some
be
special pricing discounts for those latecomers. It seems to be the other way around. You pay more, but there's some special pricing discounts. We still have a couple of seats left on the bus. You don't want to miss this event. This is going to be super crazy.
It's going to be super crazy. And I will let you know right now, you can get a promo. If you buy one seat, you'll get the second one at full price.
Buy one, get one. That's how it goes. But you don't want to miss it. It'll be a great event. We're just 11 days away. Unlimited lobster. I mean,
unlimited lobster.
Unlimited lobster. I don't know how many fucking things you eat, but I ate about 6 of them and before I started
unlimited
feeling
lobster.
guilty.
I would love to, like, if like a group of lobsters had a meeting just like this and say, hey, look, you knew these motherfuckers are coming up here next week, right? So let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go hide under these rocks. And there's whatever, just because these motherfuckers are coming.
They're coming.
They're coming, and you got kids to feed. Tommy, I know you just sent your kids through fucking school, and I don't want to see you getting fucking swamped up just so that some nigga can have some goddamn lobster. Okay? So let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's do that, man. Let's get the hell out of here. Remember, be a blessing to somebody else.
Or fuck them.
Or not. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace, bro.
And don't forget to check out Two Bros Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Like, subscribe, send us a few comments. Don't forget to check us out on SoundCloud and Mixcloud. And get yourself a bottle. It's going to be a long night.